Hello, this is James Bradburn, and today I'm going to do a quick review and comparison with the Atlas 46 Stratus Open Core Tool Vest. And I'm a longtime Atlas user. I use the Saratoga vest. I've used the Journeyman Mesh chest rig, and I wanted to talk about this new vest. I'm excited about it, and so hopefully you can just glean from this what you need for your workflow and what works for you. So take a look, and we'll see you on the other side. This is my first video, so thank you for watching this. I'm really excited about this. Please leave your comments below on this video. My intention is to do reviews and do some vlogging and do some things like that I think are practical and helpful for people. So just to get started on this first review, today we're talking about Atlas 46. Atlas 46 is a company that I really love. They do high quality product. It's very useful. They're thinking about the end user. They're thinking about the tradesperson. And so I'm really excited about this gear. And today we're going to be comparing the Saratoga tool vest, which is something that I've been using for about a year now. So this is the Stratus Core vest that we're going to be comparing with today. And this is something I'm really excited about because I think this is going to work for my workflow. And I'm going to talk a little bit about why the Saratoga vest, although it's really great, it's been working well, but there's a few things that I'm just that aren't working well for me as they could be. And so I'll talk about my journey a little bit with that, and we'll go over this vest. I'll get it all outfitted, how it works for me, and we'll take it from there. So this is the Saratoga chest rig that I have been using for about the last year, and the way I have it set up is basically, and I want to explain my journey a little bit. I was a contractor for about 15, 16 years of my life, starting in my teen years and right into my 30s. And the way I used to work, I was doing more rough carpentry, framing, remodeling, building decks and things like that. Finish work, I would do some trim work, but nothing really kind of fine woodworking wasn't my thing, and I haven't done that now for 20 years. I've been in another industry, working an office job. I've put on a little extra weight. My lifestyle is different. I've used my tool belt historically, and it works well, but you know, my body's changed a little bit. Wearing a belt and cinching it around and keeping my pants up and doing all that seems to be a problem for me. So I thought, well, this kind of a rig would work great. And actually, first I got the Journeyman Mesh, Journey Mesh chest rig, and I used that for a while. And the problem that happened with that is that when I would bend over, it had all these pockets right here in the front, and when I would bend over, screws and nails and tools and things would fall out. And actually, this has worked out better for me. I kind of have my tools, my bags and things like that off to the side. I don't need a big bag for the kind of construction work I do usually. Very rarely do I need it. If I need it though, I've got it. I've got one of these, and I have that, so I can just set it right here, and then I've got that bag working for me. And that was the thought that I would, when I needed it, I would have this big bag, and that's all I need. 90% of the time, this is sitting in a drawer I'm not using because I just don't need to have that many screws or fasteners or just random things in there. But it's there if I needed it. I have used it. This is a great bag. So most of the time it's like this, and actually, you know, a lot of times I'm going out into the shop and I'm just going out there for maybe an hour to maybe do some sanding or, you know, a project that I'm working on. I'm trying to learn some more woodworking skills, which is quite a bit different than just general carpentry, and I'm enjoying that, and that's something I want to take into my retirement and my future, so I'm looking forward to that. And so a lot of times I just go out there and I'm like this, and I just don't even zip it up. I just throw this on, so I have my tools with me, because the worst thing is just looking around for this tool and that tool, and where is this, and where did I set that? And so I like having everything on me, and this vest helps me to do that. And so when I'm wearing it like this, I can bend over really well, and I am still kind of active. In fact, sometimes I'm acting like I'm younger, and I'm moving fast like I'm on the clock, even though I'm not on the clock anymore. And when I say moving fast, mind you, I mean my 54-year-old view of moving fast, which is probably my 24-year-old view of moving very slowly. But this is working for me pretty well. But even still, bending over and moving when I have it zipped, now this is in the wrong place. I need to move it a little bit, but the movement's a little bit restrictive. I do like the fact that when I have this zipped up, it kind of saves my shirts, you know, from rubbing things and getting things caught up. So this has been a great vest, but I'm looking forward to trying getting my the Stratus open core vest suited with my tools, my setup, and to check out how that works. So basically what I have is I have the Murphy pouch on here, and to replace that I've got the Woodworker's pouch. I'm going to try that. It's a little bit different, I think maybe a little bit better suited, and I'll keep this for when I'm doing bigger construction type of things, when I have this bag on and attached to the belt and hang it on there, and I can have this with it. That's really good for that. But for the finer tools and woodworking, just having a planer in here is going to be good. A few other things, this is going to be perfect, I think, for that. So I'm looking forward to trying this out as well. I noticed that when I bend over, the view of my head is just stunning. It's a beautiful thing. This is the Stratus vest. It's a little different that it doesn't go all the way around to the front, and I've kind of got it mostly fitted the way I think it will come in and fit me the best for my workflow. And mind you, this is my workflow. This is what I'm doing with it, and so if that's helpful to you, great. But you can always customize it to what you're going to do. But I think let's see if I'm doing this right. Yeah, I think I want to get this fastened up here, get the top one done first, and then do these other ones. I think I've got it just about adjusted, and what I did, and it might be helpful if you do it too, is when you first get it, just unlash kind of most of these straps. That way you can put it on and adjust them while they're on you. So I thought that would be a helpful tip, because I figured out afterwards that putting it off and taking it on, putting it off and taking it off and putting it on, whatever, that cycle was taking a lot of time. And so I think I've got it set pretty well to me, and it feels pretty good. And so I think I'm going to give it a try here and work with it a little bit, and then make some fine adjustments after that. Let me try it on, show you how it fits, how I fastened it. I changed a few things to suit my needs, so I'm going to go over that in just a minute. But this is the rig, and it's very flexible, and you can see like this strap back here, depending on the weight, will just, it's free floating. So I don't know if you can really see that, but the strap is a Y back configuration, and it moves. And I was worried about that at first, that it would be fiddly, but ultimately what you do is you just grab it like you're putting on a backpack and kind of just throw it over your shoulder like this, and then it kind of just balances out. And this top strap that's on your chest, or around my belly is where it is, but that's the one that I just grabbed first, and it's really very much, it's what attaches to that Y. So once you have that established, this one right here established, this rig is really on. Right now, I could work just like it is. So much so that even with the chest strap, if I want that, sometimes I do like having a chest strap, especially if I'm moving a lot and doing things like that. The chest strap makes sense, but I actually took the lower belt off. And I just decided, well, I don't really need that. It moves fine. And if I turn sideways, you can kind of see, hopefully, I changed my shirt because I realized I was wearing a black shirt and that wasn't going to show up on this black things. But there's two belts, one right across here, which is where that lower belt would have kind of hit. And then there was another one even lower, and I took the back belt off and I took the front belt off, and they just unattached with a little loop. Very simple. So now I only have two snaps. I also made sure that both the snaps were as close to the left side in the same place on both of them. So when I put this on, I throw it over my shoulder. I really just snap this one thing, or I could leave it open, but ultimately I'm comfortable with it snapped. It's cool, it's secure, I can move around, and everything fits really well. So what I have on here is, if you look at it and what's working for me and some things that I might have to change, I've got some mag patches here and here, and I love having these. These are great. And I have my pencil pouch right here. And I tried working with things on the left as far as my tape measure and things like that. But man, years of just pulling that tape measure from the right-hand side, it's just what I do. It's just the way it's going to work. And it works for me better for measuring, because I know I cut always on the right side of the line that way. That's the way my saws are. So I have my tape measure and my pencil. My workflow is I pull that out, and then I just grab a pencil and make my mark, make my cut, whatever I'm going to do there. So That's a pretty good workflow. Obviously, I'm still gonna have to get used to the location of all this, but that was pretty easy. I got my speed square on the left, and this is not a Atlas 46 brand, but this little square holder works great for me. Use it for this little mini square, but the big square fits in it just fine as well. And I still love the large tape measure pouch. I can throw a big tape measure if I'm working with that. I can just throw it in there, and I like having that. That's real easy, but most of the time I have this little one right here. I don't need a big one very often anymore. I've got the woodworker's pouch here, and right now I just got a few tools. I don't have my plane with me, but that would slip in there. And then I've got the hammer pouch strap right here, which I really like this. Most of the time when I'm in the shop, I don't have a hammer on my pocket. Going off camera, I mean, if anything, I'll have maybe a wooden mallet or rubber mallet with me, and I can just drop that in there. It works great. So I really like that flow. Works really well. Things that didn't work is I got this kind of strap pencil holder, and these straps were just kind of, it didn't work on these straps. So what I'm going to do is get another one of these pencils holder. I like to have a pencil on each side, so I always have a place to grab a pencil and have some different kinds. A carpenter's pencil, regular pencil, a 5mm pencil, you know, just a few different types. So I will get that part replaced and get something different there. Other than that, that all works great. And so the thing I want to show you next is, if you don't see them, maybe you can see there's these little snaps right here. And I put these snaps on here because sometimes I have to do heavier work, I have to do bigger work, and I wanted to have the option of not going back to my old leather tool belt, which is great, but you know, my rear end and my belly are all in different places than they were when I was in my 20s, so okay, but anyway, so what's going to happen is I'm going to be able to have that bigger work pouch that I can hold a lot of fasteners in, or just throw some extra tools in, and be able to go up and down ladders or into places and have all my tools with me. That's very important to me. What I have is this Atlas pouch, which is a bigger pouch, which I really like because it has the bottom that opens, so I can get all the old fasteners or whatever's in there, sawdust and everything, clean it out really well. But this will snap on right here to the vest. I don't know if I can do it while I'm wearing it, but well, maybe I can. Looks like I did. All right, so now that just sitting right there. I can reach all the way in. I just touch the bottom of the bag with my hands, so optimally it might be better just to be a little bit, but this works. I can reach it pretty easily. My speed square now is here, and many of the attachments, I use this for setting my glasses in or hooking whatever I want to. I've got the snap hook right here, so if I need to, I can kind of put a glue rag on there and it'll hang down. It'll just hang down right here, and if I need to wipe my hands, it's always right there. That works for me because having it way down here was too far. So right here and just hanging down gives me a place where I could always grab it. That works. 2 straps, 1 belt in the back. I'm looking forward to using this. I'm going to use it for a while, and hopefully I'll come back and do another review that'll just let you know how it's working for me compared to the vest. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Listen, if you like this review and you want to see more, please click subscribe, ring the bell, do all of those things. Just building this channel and hoping it's going to help people to see different options that they have for the equipment that's available, different reviews, different things that I'm interested in. If there's things that you would like to see, let me know in the comments or improve. I'm open. This is my first video. We'll see how it goes. So thank you so much. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you later.